What's up, everybody? This is Nick Eubanks, the founder of From the Future, an 8-figure digital marketing agency that I have since sold. I've also purchased 3 agencies while in the process of building From the Future to what it is today, 2 in 2018 and then 1 in 2021. But this is something I'm really excited to share with you. So without any delay, I want to just dive right in here. So this is what I like to call the perfect pricing strategy. This is a strategy that you can use whenever you are pitching or selling agency services to make sure that you never lose a deal on price again. And this does not involve you reducing your price. This is not a discounting strategy. This is a strategy to make sure that you are able to dynamically adjust what is being pitched in the scope at the time you're pitching, so you never lose a price you never lose a client to price. You don't scare them off with too big of a price, and you don't underprice them, which I think is the most frustrating thing you can do when you are selling agency services. So just a couple facts to get you started off here to understand why this is so important. So 60% of deals that are lost due to indecision. It's the prospect's inability to make a decision about what they're purchasing. And then 50% of those deals that are lost on price. So that means that 30% of all the deals that you are losing them because of price. Those 30% of deals you're losing to price, you will no longer lose them anymore if you use this strategy. So if you're priced too high, you risk killing the deal. There's no chance to revive a too expensive deal that has died. You've lost trust, or you're just too expensive in the prospect's mind, and you kill the future potential from if you capture that deal. If you're too expensive to get the deal in the first place, you're killing the potential for referral pipeline to come from that client if you're able to land them. If you price too low, you're sacrificing your profit. There's no room for you to be able to over deliver to potentially increase prices in the future or to build a really strong relationship and retain that client. It also sets unrealistic, cheap expectations, again, including for future referrals, which is a really important stream of business. Most agencies live and die on referrals until they build a proper sales engine. And again, probably the worst place to be from a brand perspective is there is a lower perception of value. So how do you always price your deals at the exact right price to always fit your prospect's budget? It's called dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing is anchored. It is variable. And it is client driven. You let them tell you where they need to make adjustments to fit in their budget. It is not flexible pricing. You're not discounting. It's not a fixed price amount either. That's another really important thing. When you pitch packages, like a lot of marketing agencies do, you're forcing to fit them into a box. Those boxes may be too expensive. They may have more budget than your bottom box and not enough budget for your upper box. You're not discounting. This is the important thing. Price anchoring is really important, right? You can price anchor based on hours. This is how much it costs for an hour or for a block of hours. You can sell by the day. This is our price per day. This is our price per week. We price based on deliverables. We price based on people. You're going to get one of our senior people and 2 of our junior people. They bill at this rate and these 2 rates. That's how all the big consulting firms do it. Pro tip, though, is I would recommend as a professional services agency, if you're selling marketing services, you are anchoring your pricing based on hours. It's the most flexible and the easiest for prospects to understand, i.e. it takes us this much time to complete this. Again, you can still anchor in hours based on days or weeks, right? It can be like, hey, this campaign is going to take us 3 days, and this is our cost per day. And you don't have to pitch an hourly cost. You know what the amount of billable hours are that you are going to be working, or your resources, your team are going to be working on those days. This is what client-driven pricing looks like, right? If we've got a client who comes to you and they're like, I only have $2,500 per month. That's fine. This strategy works for that. Or they come to you and they're like, look, I only have $15,000 to get this done. I need my paid ads up and running. I need this landing page, this CRO test, this SEO campaign. My total budget is $15,000, $25,000, whatever it is. They only have a specific room in their budget to get this done. This strategy works for that too. Price variability. This is an important thing. You want to offer variable pricing, in my opinion. So this is where you've got different prices for different services. You can do a blended rate. That's what a lot of the big agencies of record do. A lot of the Publicis, Modems, and the Hero Digitals and Web Page Effects, the $100+ million agencies, they do price variability, different prices for different services. Very important. But how do you present dynamic pricing? This is the crux of this whole strategy. This is the most important part of what I'm going to show you. This is what a dynamic price sheet looks like. This enables you to say, this is thing for you, this service at this price point is going to cost this much. It's going to take us this much time. Again, you can change hours to days, to weeks, to people. You can change the anchor. The price anchor can be variable based on how you want to price your services. You don't need to price per hour. I prefer to price per hour though. I think it works best. Again, it's the most flexible. It's the easiest for prospects to understand. So I want to show you we're going to take a live look at this real quick. So this is what this template actually looks like right here. So you can see month one, we're saying it's 10 hours. They're like, look, I can't. Oh, other really important detail, we're going to amortize the total amount of these prices. So you start pitching to bigger companies, you start selling up market to bigger companies. They're going to have procurement departments. You're going to need to get a number approved for an invoice amount. Once it's approved in their account payable system, they're going to expect to see the same number every month. You can't be billing them $9,700 for the first month and then $14,000 for month two and then $1,900 by month four. What you're going to do is you're going to add up all of them. Then again, this sheet does this automatically, and it's going to give you a price per month. So it's not a retainer. That's the important part. You're not pitching a retainer. This is how much we're pricing. We're going to do all this work. We're going to do this work in month one, this work in month two, this work in month three. The work is different. Our scope is custom. It's bespoke. It's for you. It's not the same price for everybody. We do custom work as a marketing services company. Retainers are dying in 2025, right? It's already harder to sell retainers than it's ever been before. This gives you the predictable cash flow on the agency side. You know how much you're making every month, and it makes it easy for the accounts payable department, but it's just amortization, right? You're just saying we're going to take all the total amount of our scope of work over whatever the time period is, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and we're going to divide it by the total number of months and give you one flat, easy to make payment. They come to you and they're like, look, I don't have $5,200 per month. That's fine. We're going to go in and we're going to carve out additional services and be like, all right, what we can do is we can cut down the number of pages that we're actually doing. So we're not going to do on page the first month. What we'll do, we're going to cut this down to 10 pages. And so we're going to drop the hours here down to 20. And so we're going to get your monthly payment down to $4,800. You're under that $5,000 mark, right? You want to maximize the amount that you can capture of their available budget, but you're not discounting. You're just right sizing the scope to fit their budget. If they've got more, they're like, those on-page implementations are really important. We just can't fit them in the first month. All right, then no problem. Let's go here to month 4 where the budget drops significantly, and we'll fit an additional 10 pages in right there. So here we're just going to make those additional 10 pages we did do in the first month, and we'll squeeze them in over there. Now we're back to 52, 58, but that was really important for them, right? So we need to figure out where else we can trim fat. What else can we cut back on? What else is not important to them, not important enough? They're like, you know what? We don't think we need as much analytic support after the first few months. So we have it in here right now for 5 months. What we'll do is we'll go in and we'll drop the hours out here. And that brings us to 5142. So that's actually dropped the analytics support out of month 5 as well. We're down to 5225. And what we'll do is we will cut down the number of reports that we're doing in month 4. And that gets us down under $5,000. This way of presenting pricing, also it's clarity. You're being completely clear and transparent with your prospects. Here's what we're charging. Here's the amount of time it's going to take us. Here's exactly what you're getting piece by piece each month. Here's the exact scope of work that we're doing, and this is how we're going to complete it for you. I hope this was really valuable. I hope you learned something. If you want more tips like this on how to grow your agency and how to close more deals, follow me on Twitter at Nick_Eubanks. I'll see you out there.